radio for the masses.
Headline edition, July 8, 1947. The Army Air Forces has announced that a flying disc has been found and is now in the possession of the Army.
If the game is rigged, change the game. Game changer.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
This is Fade to Black with your host, Jimmy Church, on the Game Changer Radio Network and KGRA, the Global Radio Alliance.
I need your help to get to the year 1985.
You're listening to Fade to Black with Jimmy Church on the Game Changer Network.
Good evening, Fade to Black. Bespoke radio for the masses. Today's Wednesday, February 14th, Thursday. Today's Thursday? Is today Wednesday or Thursday? Today's Thursday, February 14th, 2019. 45 days into the new year, just 320 days left. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. We are live from a bunker somewhere in the middle of beautiful downtown Burbank, California. And I would like to welcome everybody listening all around the world, all across the United States. Hither and thither, to and fro, back and forth, up and down, east and west, north and south, far and near. This is Fade to Black for KJCR, the Game Changer Network, and KGRA, the Planet. I am your host, Jimmy Church. What is cracking, everybody? Happy Valentine's Day. That's right. I like it when days like this fall on a Fader night. Makes it all the more special, doesn't it? All right, tonight is Fader night. Open lines all night long. And at the bottom of the hour, we're going to be joined by Serena Wright Taylor and Douglas Taylor. Some call him Doug. Doug Taylor, bottom of the hour, followed by open lines at the top of the hour all night long. The new call-in number is 747-228-2051. And I'm just going to say, I think we got the phone lines all worked out. Yeah, I think we do. I'll tell you what, I'm worn out. Do I look like, you know what it's like, especially back in the day, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, when Windows was going through all those growing pains and you had your new software, your new apps were, everything was on a CD or, even going back further, floppies, or you had 3-4 floppies and you had to install them in a row. Sometimes you had a couple of install disk, right? And you have to do that. And working through issues, and have to go through and device settings and this and that and ports and sit there and configure and you would sometimes, and especially back in the day, if you had a virus or you had something weird, where you would sit at your computer for 8 hours and uninstalling and installing and figuring it out and this and that, and you would just and you would go brain dead. That's where I am right now. It was like that today with the phones. And we have a very complex setup here. I need everybody to just imagine for a second. If you, and especially if you're an aspiring podcaster, right? An aspiring podcaster or you've got you've got a laptop and you Skype once in a while and you got a Skype headset and you got a microphone, you got your laptop in front of you, and that is your setup, right? Okay. Take that and times 100. Because that's what we have here. We have an extremely complex studio setup. We have 2 different studios. multiple computers in each one, multiple audio interfaces. We have analog and digital. We have compressors. We have equalizers. We have different playback systems for audio and for video. We have the remote controls for all of that for audio and video. We have digital streams that are converted from analog to digital. We have separate computers that run the streams out of, this is no joke, separate computers that run the streams out of the studio. We have separate computers that receive stuff coming in. We have another separate computer system that only runs video. That's it. Then we have other computers that are running not only things, typical things like the internet, right? Like Twitter, that still has to happen. And all of that stuff is in addition to everything else. All of this is interconnected between two studios with cables, and communication has to happen between the two studios. That has to happen on a computer somewhere, and that has to be viewed, right? And also remember this, all of the audio and video in and out of your computer that you have there, that's for one computer. Okay. Now, if you have to run two separate pieces of audio, you have to run 2-3 different video feeds, or you need multiple accounts. All of that has to run. You don't have a computer runs everything looking for one sound card. That's it. There's one video. You might have two monitor outputs, right? So when I'm telling you that we're running through things that are very, very complex, and I've got to suss something out, and I've got to get things worked out, and we're bringing in a new phone system. Now, this phone system has to run on something, and those audio in and out, those have to go somewhere. They have to come from somewhere, and to split it up in between two computers and two users where you both can view it, and you both can answer, you both can listen, you both can hang up, you both can put things on hold. It's a complex setup. It's crazy. And then we have to get all of that integrated into everything else that we're currently running. So, but I think, I think we got it working. Man, I'm a little bit rough right now, man. I'm a little rough. Okay. All right. So, and we had to make sure. It was funny today. I had a couple of emails come in. Jimmy, we got to have a conference call this afternoon. I was like, man, today's not the day to talk to me about phones. Not today. No phone calls today. I have not opened up the phone lines. Phone calls are coming in. Rita, you can answer them and tell them that we're not picking up, we're not doing anything for another hour. Okay. So there you go. Okay. You know what to do. Social media. Right? On Stellar, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. Everything is right there at jimmychurchradio.com. Follow me on Twitter at jchurchradio. At jchurchradio. Best way to interact with me and stay in touch with me. Any questions or comments, post it right there in Twitter. Hashtag F2B is the sandbox. All right? And I'm gonna say this. I try to stay up on Twitter. The one thing that I've noticed with Twitter is that if you guys message me, or if something comes in and I don't catch it, then it gets buried in, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of tweets, and I'll never see it. And then, I get that message, hey, man, I sent you something on Twitter, man. You never responded. Well, it's not, nobody's ignoring you. Just never saw it. All right? But hit me up on Twitter, and if you want to, get to me directly, as direct as possible, hashtag F2B or hashtag F2BQ. That is literally the way to go. All right. Email is also jimmy@jimmychurchradio.com. Breaking news today. Big news today. Amazon has canceled their New York headquarters, right? And New York won. And Governor Cuomo said he was going to change his name to Amazon Cuomo, and he would do that if he thought it would help make this deal go through. Amazon chooses New York City. They planned everything out, and then there was some backlash, a little bit, right? A couple of local politicians, landowners, some other people in the neighborhood going, hey, man, we live here really inexpensively. You guys move here, the rent's going to go up. Everything's going to get gentrified. This is a cool area. This is a cool part of the world, and you guys are going to ruin it for us, bringing in 25,000 people and blah, 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 blah. And Amazon said, well, you know what? And I'm quoting here today. After much thought and deliberation, we decided not to move forward with our plans to build a headquarters for Amazon in Long Island City, Queens. And that was according to Amazon spokeswoman Jody Seth. And she said that earlier today. The project was announced in 2017 with Amazon kickstarting a bidding war between cities looking to attract them. New York was declared the winner last November after Bill de Blasio and Governor Cuomo, who I just mentioned, said that they would change their names to Amazon Cuomo. The company, which already pays a grand total of $0 in federal income taxes, that's right, would have to be able to get about $1.5 billion in tax breaks and an additional grants of $3,000 per employee for locating in the city. Now, and so Cuomo said yes, gave in. They got, I think the total number was like $3 billion in tax breaks, where all the other local businesses there aren't getting anything. And that's just not cool. I totally understand that. Having that much infrastructure move into your neighborhood with everything that involves, you do have to house everybody. You have to transport everybody. Everybody's got to get fed and everything else that comes into play. It's a big deal. But the flip side of this is, what would it have done for the local economy? Right? Not only the landlords and the realty and, the realtors and that part of it, but everybody needs stuff. Wouldn't it have just brought everything up a level? So there you go. I understand the tax breaks parts, but it doesn't matter. I think this deal is officially off. All right. Coming up next week, actually kind of kicks off a week from today, a week from tomorrow, the Conscious Life Expo in Los Angeles is kicking off at the LAX Hilton, February 22nd through the 25th. And I've said it for the last 2 months. This is a very big deal. We are celebrating the 50th anniversary of Chariots of the Gods with Eric Von Daniken, and I will be hosting the panel, the kickoff panel, the keynote panel, Friday night with Eric and Linda Moulton Howe, Jason Martell, Billy Carson, and Rabbi Ariel Bar Zadok. Okay, so you want to be there. You've got to get tickets for this panel. Okay, go to ConsciousLifeExpo.com. Full conference schedule is there, which you need. This panel starts at 7 p.m., not at 8 p.m., and that is online. So print your stuff online so you know what's going on. All right, George Norrie's going to be there. Nassim Haramein, Robert Schock. I'm going to introduce Schock. Daniel Brinkley, Bashar. I'm going to introduce Bashar, too. I've kind of said I would, and I'm going to. Grant Cameron's going to be there. Julia Mossbridge. Another 50 speakers and presenters are going to be there for the 2019 Conscious Life Expo. Click on the banners at jimmychurchradio.com. Go. We will see you guys there. Our booth is on the second floor in the mezzanine. When you first walk in, either come off the elevator, come up the stairs, right there, boom, fade to black. All right? So come by, hang out with us. We'll have T-shirts, hats, and all kinds of other fun stuff. Okay, and we'll be there all weekend long. And let's see, Hoffman's Optics is going to be there, of course. Alec Hoffman, night vision goggles. So come and hang out with us. Okay, all right. And if you've got the new goggles, if you've got the new ones, I'll sign them. Yeah, I'll sign them right there. Come by and visit us at our booth. And then right after that, Contact in the Desert's coming up May 31st through June 3rd. Indian Wells, Palm Springs, California at the Renaissance Indian Wells Resort and Spa. Tickets and info, contactinthedesert.com. Saturday night, I'm going to be hosting the awards dinner, and I want all FADERNIGHTs there. So get your tickets for the dinner at contactinthedesert.com. Right after that is our Soul Tech Conference 2019. over the July 4th weekend at the Sunrise Ranch in Loveland, Colorado. Sign up for tickets and info right now, SoulTechGathering.com. All right, where am I? Don't forget to subscribe to our podcast. It is just $2 per month. $2 per month. You get, as of next week, over 1,000 episodes. Oh, that will be next Thursday night is show number 1,000, and it is on a Fader night. So for just $2 per month, right, we're up to 995 archived episodes for you right there for just $2 per month. You can also become a Fadernaut in our membership section of the site. So when you go over to jimmychurchradio.com, support us any way that you can, right? Go to the podcast, $2 a month. It helps. Every little bit helps. $2 a month, you get the podcast. You want to become an official Fadernaut, go to our membership section. It's right there. And you can do whatever you want. You can become a Fadernaut for free. Get the bunker cam. You can do whatever. Get a private email to me. That's right. Become a game changer. A 1-year subscription, a game changer. And that's going to get you an autographed hat, autographed T-shirt. You're going to get all the downloads that you can handle, MP3s that you can play anywhere, private email to me. You get the whole works. Get the Game Changer 1-year subscription over at jimmychurchradio.com. And when you get that hat and T-shirt, take a picture. Send it to us. Post it. Okay? We're going to be building that Fadernaut page, that gallery, and we're going to have that ready here very, very soon. And you know you want to be there. All right? All right. Where am I at? Oh, happy birthday to, I can't forget this, today, Simon Pegg. Simon Pegg is 49. And funny guy. Also, he can be a pretty serious actor, too. But I think Simon Pegg has done a lot for the world of ufology. I do. For disclosure. I really, really do. Think about that for a second. And the paranormal. I think Simon Pegg is cool. I think he's been read in. I think he knows something. And therefore, I'm saying happy birthday. He's 49 years old today. Now, oh man, do I love my River Moon coffee. Oh, did you see who, it was Lucinda. Lucinda posted up today in Twitter. I did a retweet on this. Did you guys see her new espresso machine? Is that thing absolutely insane? Where's this thing at? Here it is right here. It's a Breville. It's a Breville. Look at that. That thing is insane. Did I retweet this? I'm going to retweet it right now. That is the most beautiful. So I got to get me one of these. There you go. I just retweeted it, Lucinda. That's her Valentine's Day present. Look at that thing. And nothing tastes better in that than Fade to Black blend. Can you imagine? Look at that thing. Thing's incredible. Rita, we got to get one of those. Now, next week, I guess I can sort of leak this out. Next week, we've got a really, really amazing week lined up. It's Thursday night. You know what? I don't care. Monday, we've got Richard Dolan on the show. Tuesday, we've got David Icke. And Wednesday, I'm going to wait for Rita to text me. Can we announce Wednesday? Wednesday is going to be a QAnon insider. That's right. Maybe even 2. And that's going to be Wednesday. So that's our week next week. It is going to be powerful. And today, I'm not going to go off on this or spend a whole lot of time on this, but or name any names. But you use your imagination. Today, there was a tweet that went out. I'm going to continue here in just a second. There was a tweet that went out from one of you tweeters about somebody whose name is known somewhat, not in ufology, more outside of the circles. But anyway, The point is, this person is a big QAnon supporter in person. And QAnon, Q, is questioning this person. Now, so I went and clicked and went, what, you know, and Q is all in code and you got to figure it out. And I don't do that. Everybody figures it out and then I read it. But I went through and I was looking at the Anons out there and the Q supporters that are commenting on this individual. And it went far and wide, man, far and wide. And how quick they they don't play around. Just let me say that. And it's going to get a little interesting. This next couple of months are going to be really fun. It's really, really fun to see who, you know, if you're going to dance, make sure you stay on the dance floor. If you're going to throw down, then you continue to throw down and do your thing. Always play in bounds and always play by the rules. Always be honest. Never lie, and don't do anything stupid. Don't do anything that's of bad moral character. If you do that, if you stay in bounds and you behave, you can do whatever you want. You can reveal, you can talk, you can expose, you can point fingers, you can do all of that. Just do it within the rules. Just do it, and those rules are just stay ethical. That's all. You stay ethical and you stay in bounds, then you're okay. Just like this show. Show is always played in bounds. I have allowed a platform for anybody to come on where we can sit and have an interesting conversation, and where that conversation goes, it goes. Where it doesn't, it doesn't. And then everything is up to you or up to that individual to stay within moral character. If you step outside of that, you're doomed, right? And we're seeing that go down now, and it's a lot of fun. And what I mean by that is, why is it a lot of fun? It's because if you are going to roll the dice, and listen to me, if you're going to roll the dice, you're taking chances. And there are people out there that were rolling the dice and taking chances, just thinking that, A, they weren't going to get caught, or B, that they were smarter than you. And that's the truth. You've got to stay in bounds. You got to stay in bounds. Alex Jones is another example of that. Alex Jones is somebody that, you know what? Great information for the most part, fun, entertaining guy, but he decided to step out of bounds. And that's okay, right? That's okay if that's what you want, and you deal with what that's going to bring you if you step out of bounds. That's a personal, individual decision that you make. But if there is blowback or if there's things you have to deal with in the future, then it's on you. And that's what we're going through today. So next week, we're going to have a couple of QAnon insiders here. And I can't wait for that conversation. I need to know. I need to know what's going on. I haven't spent enough time on QAnon or Q. I read what other people say. I hear how they react. What I find strange about QAnon, and we'll get to the bottom of this next week, is we have an issue here. And I didn't get to the rest of my stuff, but I'll do it now. We have an issue here with QAnon. Why is it either Q is the most explosive, unbelievable, earth-changing situation ever in the history of everything, or it's not? That's it. There's no gray area. It's either the most explosive or it's not. That's it. Now, why wouldn't mainstream media or reporters or journalists that aren't in the mainstream be reporting or taking the chances on QAnon being the most explosive thing ever and covering it? Everybody's chosen to ignore it. There's been a couple of little things here and there. But why ignore it? I don't think that's a wise thing to do. I'm trying to figure it out. And we will. We'll get to the bottom of it next week. Let's get to our dead guy's birthday today. Florence Henderson. That's right. 1934, 2016. Died at the age of 82. Carol Brady. Carol Brady and the Brady Bunch from 1969 to 1974. And was ranked Still is one of the 100 greatest TV icons of all time. Oh, Mike. 3 days before her death, Henderson had attended a recording of Dances with the Stars to support her friend and former on-screen daughter, Maureen McCormick, who was a contestant, right? 2 days later, Florence was hospitalized at Cedars-Sinai Medical Center in Los Angeles and then died the following day. No signs of illness, wasn't sick, felt a little strange. Boom, died at the age of 82. On this day in history, Valentine's Day, 1977, the B-52s play their first gig. That's right. The B-52s, one of the greatest bands in history, makes its worldwide debut at a Valentine's Day house party in Athens, Georgia. Fader fact, the first U.S. gold rush started in North Carolina in 1803 when a 12-year-old young man found a 17-pound gold nugget on his father's farm. It ended up supplying all of the gold for the nation's mints until 1829. And that is your Fader fact. All right, tonight's another Fader night, open lines all night long. When I come back after this break, we will be joined by Serena Wright Taylor and Douglas Taylor. At the top of the hour, we are opening up the phone lines, open lines all night long. It's Thursday night. It is Fader night, and I do want to hear from all of you. We've got a lot to talk about. It's been a crazy week. It's been a crazy month. It's been a crazy year. It's insane. We have 2019 laying out right in front of us. Let's do this. It is Fader night, my favorite, absolute favorite night of the week. Am I on the right? I think I am. I think I'm on the right music. Here we go. This is Fade to Black. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. Follow me on Twitter at JChurchRadio. Email is jimmy@jimmychurchradio.com. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. I'll be right back with Serena and Doug Taylor right after this short break. Stay with me.
This is Nicole Church, daughter of you-know-who, and you're listening to Fade to Black on jimmychurchradio.com and the Game Changer Network.
You're listening to Jimmy Church, Fade to Black.
Fade to Black will now pause for alien identification.
The station that talks the net. KGRA Radio.
When you take the beans from Central America with dashes of Indonesian and African mixed in and then roast it to the dark side of Fade to Black, you create the ultimate brew of fringe. Introducing the Fade to Black blend from River Moon Coffee. Yes, River Moon's darkest customized roast was created for the love of Fade to Black. The alchemy of masterful roasting and smoking the beans is in every sip of this full-bodied, dark Java. I need my coffee dark, deep, with distinct bittersweet chocolate highlights, just like the bunker. Leaning further into the darkness of the roast is Fade to Black blend from River Moon Coffee. Just click on the banner at jimmychurchradio.com and use the promo code F2BBLEND for 15% off of your order today. Go Beckley Teppy. This is Jimmy Church of Fade to Black, and you can get our podcast for just $2 per month. All you have to do is click on the podcast banner over at jimmychurchradio.com.
Hey folks, guess what the number one phrase that Life Change Tea receives by email? You ready? We love this tea. We love this tea. Time after time, week after week, we love this tea. Life Change Tea gives you more energy. a beautiful cleansing, and fulfills its slogan perfectly. The tea that makes you go. So if you want to be on your health game, log on to getthetea.com and order Life Change Super Strength Tea. Packages come in a 1-month supply, and when you brew this stuff, wait until you see the results. Aren't we all about the results? And with a lot of people's health struggling, we can use a little bit of help. Doctors will tell you disease starts in the gut. So log on to getthetea.com. That's getthetea.com. Be our next email saying, I love this tea. I love this tea. Get the tea at getthetea.com. Helping America one tea bag at a time.
9 out of 10 geneticists agree.
Fade to Black is not your father's radio show on the Game Changer Radio Network and KGRA, The Planet.
Do you want to lose weight but have no idea where to begin? The Fast Start Diet, a 3-day weight loss plan, is the answer. 3 days of nutritionally balanced, calorie-restricted meals delivered right to your door. No shopping, no measuring, and no cooking. Everything is prepared for you and ready to eat at home or on the go. The Fast Start Diet has all the amazing benefits of intermittent fasting without starving. We've helped thousands of people who have struggled to reach their weight loss goals. Isn't it time we helped you? With the Fast Start Diet, you'll lose weight and feel great.
Find Fast Start Diet on Amazon or go to faststartdiet.com and use promo code TALK to get 10% off your first box. And as a special bonus, Fast Start will include their #1 rated Lipo3 appetite suppressant spray free with your order. This is Jimmy Church. And whatever your diet plans are, do what I did. Go to faststartdiet.com.
Hi, this is Rob Reiner from Anvil, and you're listening to JimmyChurchRadio.com.
What's up? I'm Chris. What up? This is Kyle Massey, and you're listening to Jimmy Church Radio.
Welcome back, Fade to Black. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. On the Game Changer Network and KGRA, The Planet. It's FADERNIGHT, Thursday night, best night of the week. Open lines all night long. And we'll get to your phone calls at the top of the hour. Okay, at the top of the hour, we'll open things up. But right now, I would like to welcome back to Fade to Black two of our not only members of the family, but great friends, Serena Wright Taylor and Douglas Taylor. Serena first, happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's, Jimmy. Great to talk to you today.
Yeah.
How does it feel? You have the best astrological chart since 1963.
I know. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that now. Doug, how are you? Oh, I don't have Doug. Okay, Doug is not there. I got a weird line, a noise in Doug's line. Okay, I'm going to reset Doug's line. I don't know where he went. I think he was there. But,
yeah.
Okay, let's. It's no big deal. While I'm doing that, Serena, let's see. Okay, I'm bringing him in now. Hold on. Doug, you there?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know what happened. Sound like you were making margaritas. I think that's what it was. See, Serena, you're in another part of the home right now. That's what, when you're away, Doug's in the kitchen, right, with the tequila and the margarita mix, because I think
you got it.
That's what it sounded like. How you doing? Hey, Doug, what did you do special today for Valentine's Day for Serena?
Well, she's my angelic soulmate, so I had to do something special. So I got her a card, and it had a big frog on it. And the frog said, "I'm so happy today because you make me so happy."
I thought you said...
Very cute. It was very cute. No, I gave her flowers and candy, and, it goes on and on, all the stuff I gave her.
I thought you were going to say car. You got her a car. I was like, right.
I'm not there yet. No, I'm still working on my bank account.
That's quite all right. And, Valentine's Day is a special day. And what And we're going to talk about that in just a second. But what's really cool is the vibe that everybody is on right now. We're a week away from the Conscious Life Expo, and I can't believe it. It is such a big, special event. As big as it is, it's nothing more than a group of friends. Serena, don't you get that vibe? It's nothing but friends there.
Oh, yeah. I'm so much looking forward to seeing everyone in person. And I'm so happy to get to talk to all of I feel like they're my family. All my favorite speakers who have become my friends almost all year, really, because we prepare for it all year, really, but especially for the last 6 months and just forming everything we're going to do. And of course, I have the UFO panel. You have the Ancient Alien panel on Friday. On Sunday, I have the UFO panel. And we're calling it, or I named it, the extraterrestrial influences in human evolution. Are they influencing our evolution? And we've got the most incredible speakers. Shall I run through?
Who's on your panel?
Yeah, and we got Grant Cameron, Paula Harris, Steve Mera from UK, Stephen Bassett, Linda Moulton Howe, Emery Smith, and David Adair.
Wow, that's pretty. Wow,
a big panel.
Wow. Wow, you know what? I host a lot of panels, right? And the one thing that I'm always nervous about when you have so many great speakers that have a lot to say, that they talk too much on the panel, right?
Yeah.
And so that's always your job as the host to rope them in. And here you've got the 7 biggest talkers in all of ufology. All at the same time. You got David Adair and Linda Moulton Howe and Grant Cameron and Bassett on the same panel.
Oh, yeah.
It's a 6-hour panel. So
Grant Cameron can talk really fast and get everything in. Yeah.
Oh, man. Good luck with that. That's a challenge as a host. And the reason why, and this is really the truth, they all have so much to say. It's all so important, and they know it, and it's their one chance to try to get it all out. And they're passionate, they're emotional about it. And what turns out to be a 2-minute answer turns out to be a 20-minute answer, and it's a 2-hour panel, and now you're half done. Right.
Right. And I will let them butt into each other a little bit, We have to let that happen. But we'll have some time for questions too from the audience.
Oh, you think you will? You think you will?
Yeah.
I can't wait. I'm gonna be there for that, and I want to see you. I want to see you be the den mother and cut somebody off. I want to be there when you do that. Okay, Linda, thank you for that. Thank you.
I'll be so afraid to offend my friends. Yeah,
I know. See, that's the other problem. You don't want to. You got to hang out with them later, right?
Yeah.
And so, oh man, that's going to be fantastic, and
they all have workshops too, 90 minutes throughout the weekend, and 5 of them are doing post-conference talks for 2.5 hours each. So we hope everyone can stay for Monday because it's non-stop on Monday as well. No more exhibits, but just these 2.5-hour post-conferences.
Yeah, I had every year I've been at Conscious Life. It's been extraordinary, but the last couple of years, I've watched it grow. And it's already so big, right? And then, I've seen it grow. This is the biggest year yet, and that's the one thing that I love the most about the Conscious Life Expo is the vibe. It is so cool. I say it often, but I mean it.
Yeah.
You pull up, you get out of your car, and the electricity just shoots straight up your leg, and then you walk in the doors, and then you're off to the races.
Yeah, I always feel like it's a mothership landed, That's how I describe it.
Yeah, absolutely. And Doug, real quick, you're going to be showing off your artwork again this year?
Yeah, I'll have a display down there. Actually, on the bottom level, when you first come in the door, I'll have a whole bunch of my paintings out there. And, anybody wants to come up and say hi and ask me any questions, I'd love to speak to them. It's always an extremely high, enjoyable experience for me to meet and talk with all the people. who come in there because they're all looking for something more. They're looking for a little bit more positive future for themselves than what they read about in the newspaper.
Doug, I want you to tell everybody what inspires you for this artwork.
Well, you'd have to kind of go into the story. That would be way too long. But in a simple few words, I am so excited that I got involved in being creative and expressing that side of myself that I didn't really even know existed, that it is really sort of a tuning in to a philosophical side of myself. I never saw myself as an artist ever in my life. I didn't start until I started having, some very powerful spiritual experiences, I guess you could call it, in dream state. And so as those experiences continued to evolve, I began to realize that as I would paint, I would be tuning in to this beautiful, beautiful energy that just felt so uplifting. I hate to sound so mamsy-pamsy about it, but it would actually put me in a altered state of consciousness, which was really my greatest love all my life, is to try to understand just what the mind is and how we're connected to this vast, infinite, intelligent force that is recreating the very substance and the essence of our lives, and that you can tune into that creative force and you can express it in a way that it uplifts you and it raises your energy, it raises your frequency, and hopefully sharing that is the most positive thing I can do, because I have a lot of ego problems, so I got to do something to try to counterbalance them.
I just held up one of your paintings that you did for me up on the bunker cam, and I've got it hanging here down here in the bunker, and it's just it's the Gobekli Tepe one, and it's just an amazing piece of artwork. And everybody should go, and when you get to Conscious Life, go seek out. Oh, there I am pointing at your signature. That's Doug. Doug is an amazing artist. Go seek out Doug and say hello and go check out his work. He's just amazing. It's Valentine's Day, so this next question is directed at who met who. Who met who first? No, I mean, who came into play first?
Well, it's an incredible amount
Serena's going to have a long story about it.
Well, okay, so yeah. Doug, okay, but before we get to that, Doug, was it Serena that approached you, or did you approach Serena? We're going to get to the story.
I'd have to say that she kind of approached me.
Okay,
but
all right.
I'll just put in my 2 cents worth before she talks about it, is that when I saw her at the first time that we went together at this party of a friend of hers, which was near my house in Huntington Beach, when I saw her walking around, I talked to her friend. I go, she is so angelic looking. I was just picking up on this energy that was so selfless and so beautiful. And I was just like seeing it, and I'm going, what is going on? This person is such a beautiful, beautiful soul. And but I wasn't really into getting married, I hadn't been married. I was 48, and I never thought anybody would be able to put up with me, so I found somebody who could.
All right, Serena, what happened? Tell us the story.
Well, there's an incredible amount of synchronicity, so I'll try to get through it as quick as I can. Well, first of all, the astrology was right for him and me, and I realized that afterwards. But I saw his paintings in magazines, because, there's no internet. It was in the 90s, so... there was a lot of magazines that were really about consciousness, like Unicus, Connecting Link, and his paintings were often on the front page, and I loved them, and you could feel the power, and I would just have them next to me to meditate or even for sleeping, so that I would have wonderful dreams. And his articles, sometimes there would be an article that he would write in the magazine